You're very put together, Ethan. Almost too perfect. It makes me wonder, what's your number?
My number?
You know, your body count. How many women have been there before me?
Why would you ask that?
Because it matters. It tells me if you're a player, or if you're picky, or if you have experience. In 2026, we're supposed to be transparent, right? I have a right to know who I'm sitting across from.
A right implies a legal or moral obligation. We've been on 3 dates. My past is a library of private lessons that shaped the man you're talking to now. Why does the volume of the books matter more than the content of the man?
It's not about volumes, it's about honesty. If a man has a high count, he's a red flag. If it's too low, he's inexperienced. I'm just trying to see where you fit.
So it's a data point for a graph. If I say 10, I'm picky. If I say 50, I'm a player. If I say 2, I'm inexperienced. You've already built the boxes, Maya. You're just waiting for me to pick which one I want to live in.
Everyone has boxes, Ethan. It's called vetting. I'm a high-value woman. I don't want to waste my time with someone who has a revolving door policy with his bedroom. And I certainly don't want to be the one teaching a grown man the basics. Knowledge is power. Why are you being so cryptic? It's just a number.
Numbers are the lowest form of information. They provide quantity without quality.
You're asking for a tally, but what you're really looking for is a shortcut to understanding my character.
It's not a shortcut, it's a filter. Every girl I know asks this. It's how we protect our energy. If you're as stoic and logical as you claim to be, you should appreciate the efficiency of a direct question.
Efficiency is great for business, but intimacy isn't an audit. By asking for a number, you're reducing years of human connection to a digital digit. You aren't looking at the man, you're looking at a scoreboard.
You're overanalyzing. It's a simple question that requires a simple answer. Unless, of course, the answer is something you're ashamed of?
Ashamed? No. I've owned every choice I've made. But I value my history enough.
Not to turn it into a trivia game for a third date interrogation.
Interrogation? It's a conversation, one that I'm being very open to having. I think it's only fair that if we're moving forward,
The slate is clean and the books are open. You want to know who I am? Ask me. I'm an open book.
Fair enough. If transparency is the standard for the evening, I'll tell you. But first, let's make it a mutual exchange. What is your count, Maya?
Excuse me? Why would you even ask me that?
For the exact reasons you just gave. To see if you're a red flag or picky or experienced. To see who I'm sitting across from.
That is completely different. A woman's past is her business. Asking a lady that is intrusive, and honestly, it's a bit misogynistic.
Help me understand the logic, Maya. Why is it transparency when you ask, but intrusive when I ask?
Because a woman has the right to vet a man. We have more to lose.
We have to make sure you're safe and reliable. But a man asking a woman, that's just about control. It's about shaming. A lady has the right to ask these questions to protect herself. But a man doesn't have the right to use that information against her.
So, you believe in a standard that only applies to one side of the table?
I believe that social dynamics aren't equal. You're a man, you can handle the question. For a woman, it's a trap. You shouldn't care what I did before you.
You mentioned protection and safety. If I am to be your protector, shouldn't I know the history of the person I'm protecting? If the roles were reversed and I told you my past was none of your business because I'm a man and I have a right to privacy,
That's not
you'd call it a red flag immediately. You'd say I was hiding something.
because men do hide things. Women protect themselves from being judged for their choices. When you ask me that, you're looking for a reason to categorize me. You're looking for a reason to think less of me. But when I ask you, I'm just looking for a reason to feel secure.
So your judgment is security, but my judgment is shaming. It's the same action, Maya. The only thing that changed was the person holding the mirror.
It's not the same. You're using logic to bypass the emotional reality of being a woman in this dating market. A woman's value shouldn't be tied to her history. But a man's capability is absolutely tied to his. That's just biology. That's just how the world works.
The world works on the principles of cause and effect.
And
if you want the right to interrogate a partner, you must accept the responsibility of being an open book yourself. You can't demand the truth and then hide behind a shield of sensitivity.
When the same question comes back your way,
You're making this so clinical. You're turning a date into a debate. Why can't you just be a gentleman and realize that some questions are off limits? For men to ask, it's about respect.
Respect is a two-way street, not a one-way bridge. If the question is disrespectful when I ask it, then it was a mistake for you to ask it first.
You said I shouldn't care what you did before me. I actually agree with that. But you don't get to claim that my past is your business while yours is a guarded secret.
It's just the way it is. If you were a gentleman, you'd just answer and move on.
A gentleman seeks a partner who values justice. Justice in the Stoic sense is giving everyone their due.
If you demand a truth you aren't willing to give, you aren't looking for a partner. You're looking for a double standard you can hide behind.
You're being impossible. It was a simple question.
It was a revealing question. It revealed that you value rights for yourself and requirements for others.
I'll take care of the dinner. But I think we've learned enough about who we are sitting across from for one night.
Men, never answer a question that the other person is afraid to answer themselves. Epictetus said, "Silence is safer than any other state." When she asks for your number, she isn't looking for the truth. She's looking for leverage. If she flares up when the mirror is turned toward her, she isn't looking for transparency. She's looking for a way to judge you while remaining exempt from judgment herself. A woman who demands the right to vet you but denies you the right to vet her is telling you exactly who she is. Someone who believes her feelings override your logic. Don't argue, don't flare up. Just pay the bill, wish her well, and walk away. A man who knows his value doesn't participate in a one-way interrogation.